Hello, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Just getting started here Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Aloha, AJ, welcome. Our first viewer within a couple seconds. Thank you. And Uncle's here. Awesome. Thanks, Uncles. Thanks for verifying. I'm looking and sounding good. I don't know about the looking good part, but I'll take the sound part for sure. Thanks. This is Ryan Happy Healthy Vegan, Friday, 6 p.m. exactly right now, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know if it's standard or not. And welcome late model as well. Our first three guests, at least since I started the live stream. I see other people like Fu chatted in before, but this is the time we get together. This time, mark your calendars right now. If you're watching live, if you're watching on playback, just mark down your calendars. Every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we gather and discuss any and all things vegan. And we do it in a very special way here. We're not judgmental. We're just chill people, chill vegans. And we're accepting of all kinds of people as long as you're evidence-based and don't try to cram some woo-woo stuff down us, some unsupported nonsense down us. We'll be cool to you. You know, if you're a vegetarian or vegan curious, you've found a good place. You know, found a lot of cool, chill people to hang with, get some information from if you're seeking some, or just a lot of people come here for some vegan social life. A lot of you guys don't know a lot of vegans in real life. I know a few of you guys said you don't know any vegans at all in real life, and that's just mind-blowing. So that's, I mean, not that's cool, but it's cool that you found this as a place where you can at least hang out with us in this space, whatever you want to call this internet space. But we're real people. I'm a real person. Everyone here in the chat, I know for the most part already. Maybe some bots will come on later, perhaps. I don't know, but everyone here is a real person. So you've found some good people to chill out with. So if you're not vegan and you don't like vegans or veganism and you think what we're doing here is completely horrible and maybe even immoral and evil, we'd love to hear what you have to say. We'll try to take you seriously, but yeah, present your best argument or evidence against veganism. We haven't had any too much of that lately. I think, I tell you, the meat industry just kind of, I think, have either given up on that campaign or just blacklisted us from being accessible to their trolls, because when they do come and try to debunk veganism, it doesn't go too well usually, and you know, it doesn't. It's not a good look for anti-vegan. So anyway, guys, cool. Thanks everyone for being here with us, with me and with all of us here tonight on this glorious Friday evening. Yeah, next Friday it'll already be after Christmas and getting closer to like New Year's Eve and stuff. So yeah, the holidays are like they're real now. It's like full on now. So yeah, so I hope you guys are all doing good. Holidays can be a tough time for a lot of us. So I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's, just trying to stay mental health positive. And is that even a phrase? But anyway, yeah, just take care of yourself. Talk to people, friends. You can talk to me. I'm not a mental health counselor, but we can all talk together and just be chill together. So I got your card just, I think, today, Uncle. I didn't open it yet, but I just got our mail today. Our mail's running really late. So yeah, thanks, Uncle. Thanks so much. But no, we're never ready. We're so unprepared. We don't really do anything really special for Christmas or anything. So yeah, it just, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. So anyway. Oh, Sarah, yes, I was supposed to go to the post office. Thank you so much for reminding me. Yes, I will definitely get to the P.O. box. I guess I got to get there before I'll try to go Monday. Yeah, I made a plan to, it's going to rain like hell basically. It's going to rain for like a week in Northern California, but next week it's here in Southern California. It's going to rain like Tuesday maybe, but Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to do all my grocery shopping, not Christmas shopping, but grocery shopping on Monday. So I'll make a point. I was just not too far from there the other day when I went to Whole Foods, but I don't always go to Whole Foods. So I just happened to be there that day. But yes, thanks for reminding me. I've just been so scatterbrained with all my like weird health related things that have been going on lately. Just kind of distracted me. I'm happy to say though, I went to the gym today. And I went to the gym twice this week. I went Tuesday and had a pretty successful but short session. I kind of ended after about 45 minutes because I noticed the bottom of my feet were kind of hurting, and I was, keeping in my mind, I hope these aren't like tendons. Sometimes I felt maybe even on my heel, that could be my Achilles tendon. I don't want to mess with it, so I cut my session short, but my body felt good. Today I got there and Yeah, a couple of old friends of mine, old meaning they're over 50, like myself. So we played some, just three of us. We played some full court 21. First time I played any basketball in like 5, 6 weeks. First time I ran up and down the court really in a long time. And yeah, it was successful. I was out there for maybe like an hour, 40 minutes. And yeah, my body did fine. Considering I haven't played in a while, I was surprised that my condition was as decent as it was. It wasn't awesome or anything, but it wasn't horrible. My body was fine. No sorenesses, no weird tendon feelings. My energy was really, really good. I could have played another game, but I'm glad I didn't because I feel it now, guys. I'm so glad I stopped. We stopped when we did. Yeah, I feel some soreness in my back now. 58 years old, and stuff. So yeah, hopefully things are coming back for me. But yeah, Uncle, it's supposed to rain like an inch, like Christmas Eve, and yeah, and Peter, it's probably pouring for you right now too. I saw the whole Pacific ocean coast, the west coast, from like Canada to the Mexican border. San Diego is going to be affected by the storms of this, starting like this weekend into next week. Yeah, I saw like Northern California is going to get like 6 inches of rain or some crazy amount, like an atmospheric river is going to hit them, and it's supposed to drip or droop down our way around Christmas. So another reason probably I won't be going anywhere Christmas is I hate driving in the rain, first and foremost, but I hate driving in just gnarly rain. Just like Wrath of God, atmospheric river type rain. I don't like that at all. So I think that just seals my fate. We're going to just chill on Christmas Eve and all that. Just stay safe and, So anyway, what are you guys talking about here? It was pouring there in Victoria. Yes, I saw the Spinal Tap. I think last Friday? I forgot to mention. I saw either Friday or I think a Saturday. But yeah, we did finally see the sequel to Spinal Tap. And then yeah, just a few days after that, the tragic murder of the director Rob Reiner and his wife. That was just so. Oh my God! Yeah, it's just so horrible. I can't believe that. My feelings go out to his family and friends. That's just so tragic. Nikki, yeah, so you must be on the East Coast, right? Because I saw that the East Coast has the little heat wave that we had. It kind of drifted across the country, making the Midwest and East a little more warm and dry. And now the jet stream is pointed right at us. What's that late model? You're not living unless you're driving in Wrath. I hate driving in Wrath. But hey, it sounds like you have better cars, you and Bestie, with like your 4-wheel drives and trucks or SUVs or whatever and snow tires. My little Japanese efficient compact car, it does what it does, but it's not like a powerhouse of like handling horrific weather. And I hate driving in horrific weather too. So you are Wrath. I'm just super chill. I'm a chill guy. Like, when I was a cyclist, I'll pedal hard. I'll just try to climb a hill really fast, but on the way down, I'm a wimp. I'm the last one down because I don't want to crash. So it just must be a psychological thing. I just like to take things a little safe when I see some real like danger, like going up a hill. What are you doing? Maybe half a mile an hour, 1 mile an hour. You're not going that fast up a steep climb, but going back down, you go 50 miles an hour and you could die at that. You're not going to die at 1 mile an hour. You just get a scrape or something like that. So I just try to minimize risk. I guess from my surfing days, I've learned to like analyze risk. I heard a term from big wave surfers, which I was never one, but risk managers or something like that. You just got to learn how to manage risk, and I just try not to put myself in unnecessarily risky positions if I don't have to. Oh, I didn't know that, AJ. South Florida. I can believe that. I know there's some horrific weather in South Florida, or Florida. South Florida is notorious for sheets of rain that blind drivers. That sounds totally scary, huh? Let's see. You love it when the mountain gets hammered with snow, but none in town. That sounds like a having your cake and eat it too there kind of situation, huh? Let's see. The driveway goes directly out into busy semi and car traffic. That's how you live. We got a ton of rain here too, which will probably freeze and make your sloping downhill driveway an ice rink, which goes into this busy traffic. That sounds really frightening. Wow. Yeah, be safe, guys. Yeah, winter has so many risks. All the bad, weird weather. All right, late model, you do drive performance vehicles because you like to have fun, but you always make sure to have good clearance and shock gear to handle fire roads. Wow, you drive on fire roads? Wow, this is a whole another concept for me, like snow tires, driving on fire roads with shocks. Like, wow, I have no concept of what that's like. Gnarly risk management. Did I say gnarly in front of that? But yeah, I try to just manage risk, basically. What is swap chicken? AJ, you made some homemade mac and cheese and swap chicken and steamed broccoli. I should mention, next week, I don't know what the video schedule is going to be like. I mean, I plan to do a live stream next Friday, a week from tonight. But as far as a video like in the middle of Christmas, I don't know. Like Wednesday's Christmas Eve, right? And Thursday's Christmas. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, right? Is that how it flows? So, yeah, usually I drop videos on Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays. So, yeah, this might be it for 2025 as far as my regular videos. But let's see. Hardly Tin Man. Yeah, I've been I used to compete as a skateboarder in like my like, what was it, junior high or college? No, high school days. It was a while back, but yeah, I was totally into skateboarding. Yeah, I don't skateboard anymore. In fact, I was kind of getting back into it. I found my old deck and I put some new wheels on it, but I'm realizing, this isn't like surfing. Like when you fall surfing, typically it's really chill. You hit water, maybe a wave pounds you, but when you fall skateboarding, it's concrete or whatever and asphalt and cool. When you're 18 or whatever, you kind of bounce off that a little easier than when you're 50 or something like that. So yeah, maybe like 4 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago, I took my skateboard and just gave it to like Goodwill or something like that, just to get rid of it. I didn't want to be tempted by it anymore. I still appreciate watching skateboarding, but that's no, again, risk management. I just don't want to fall hard on things. Travis, have a medicated Christmas stream? Like, what kind of medications are you talking about there? Okay, AJ is defining swap chicken. It's plant-based chicken that looks and tastes almost identical to chicken without the grossness. What is swap? What is that? I've never heard that before. Is it from someone or Richard, you're in South Korea? No way. Awesome. Hey, Angie, I got someone watching from South Korea, he says. It's cloudy here. Yeah. Yeah, we watch Korean content all the time. I don't know if you're new. Like, yeah, I've been really listening to a lot of Korean music for the past 3-4 years, like K-indie, K-R&B, K-pop, and we watch K-dramas. I think tonight we're going to finish up Bon Appetit, Your Highness. We've been loving that series, but yeah, we're totally into Korean culture for the past bit. Angie's probably watching some Korean content right now, I'm guessing. Okay, Peter says swap chicken is a new Oh, it's a brand. I thought it was a style. No, it's an actual brand. Okay, I never heard of it. Okay, it's realistic and you've had it. Wow, I've never seen it. Okay, Peter, you're glad your electric bike has good fenders, so you don't get all splashed up. Oh, especially where you live in the Pacific Northwest, splashed up with water, and it's completely waterproof, so the electric components don't get destroyed. Yeah, it sounds like a perfect thing to have to keep your bike from getting you all wet and just to keep things drier. Okay, I've never heard of swap chicken before. You read that as swamp chicken? See, Sarah and I, the West Coasters, are confused here. Maybe it's an East Coast thing. Anyone see it on the West Coast yet? Because I haven't seen it before. Hey, Fu Man Poo's here. Awesome. Good to see you, Fu. Stay as long as you can. Swamp chicken nuggets. Fu, you're going on a Christmas road trip to Gainesville. Awesome. What will bring you to Gainesville? You want to get chocolate wasted? That sounds good. Okay, so swamp. Yeah, AJ. Okay, it's a new faux chicken brand. Huh, I wonder why I've never seen it before. You learned about swap on IG. Okay, I guess I rarely go on IG these days, and when I do, Yeah, I don't follow too many vegan things. Or on Angie's the one in charge of the Happy Healthy Vegan accounts on IG and Facebook, so she'll probably see more stuff like that. I'm just kind of following like music and K-pop and stuff like that. You got to follow your favorite idols, right? I mean that's what they do. They make tons of content. You might as well see some of it. Oh no, Carmichael. I last time I went surfing was maybe 3 years ago, and even then, I had not surfed for like maybe a decade or so. Then I kind of got back into it for like maybe a few months. Then I realized, you know what? It's fun. I'm glad I had it. The last trip, I think Angie filmed it. We made a vlog of me surfing at Seal Beach River Jetties, and I kind of was starting to get my rhythm back. But I realized to really like surf well, to surf properly, you just can't go once in a while, you know? Maybe when you're younger you can, but at my age, it's something you got to do. You got to keep those muscles going, keep in shape. And I just realized I don't really have the dedication, the passion, and the time to want to like be surfing like regularly, like at least once a week or something like that. So I just said, all right, I got back into it. I see what what it takes, what it demands to be able to surf at a competent level. Because you have to be fit. You got to be able to paddle quickly, catch waves, compete with other people, not fall when you get up, or else you look bad because you like you claimed a wave and you blew it. So anyway, I just figured, I don't have that kind of dedication and passion right now for surfing. If I knew I'd be moving to Hawaii or something, maybe I'd think about it or whatever. But no, I don't think that's the plan anymore. So no, I'm cool. I think I'd probably have retired from surfing more or less. I think we'll see. All right, we got family in Gainesville. Awesome. Okay, Peter's saying the swamp chicken, not swamp chicken. It's really good if you want to make like shredded chicken or like a grilled chicken sandwich. Oh, I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, and Jared, I see Gerald Ross, thank you for subscribing just now. If you're watching right now, let us know. Carl, you've never heard of it? Maybe it's the limited distribution. It sounds like a new product. I've never seen or heard of it until just right now myself. You love the smell of steroids in the morning food? Yeah, it sounds like a classic American morning smell to wake up to, huh? Boiling some steroids on the stove or something like that in the wintertime. Let's see. Richard from South Korea. Am I whole food, plant-based, nutrition, or junk food vegan, or somewhere in between? I'm great question. Let me have a sip of water. And I lean way more towards whole food, plant-based. Am I 100% all the time, always a whole food, plant-based? No, but I'm more of that. Yeah, sure, sometimes we'll get like a healthier, like vegan, like say potato chip, or yeah, this time of the year, go get some like, some vegan, like Impossible or Beyond meat or chicken or something like that to make a holiday dish with or something like that. But yeah, I Angie and I prefer when we like it when our bodies are eating like good, healthy, whole foods. We just feel better that way. And that's the diet that's been shown to produce the best outcomes. I'm not like a health nut or freak, at least I don't think I am. But we don't have children and we're getting older, and I want to make sure we'll be able to take care of ourselves, assuming we live into old age. I want to make sure we're going to be able to take care of ourselves for quite a long time because we won't have kids to help us out or anything like that. Not to say if you had kids, they would help you out. I know in Asia it's a little more of a tradition to help out your older folks, but here it's not really. So anyway, my point is, I'm trying to stay healthy and I try to eat as healthy as possible, but I don't make it like an obsession. I have to eat only whole food plants all the time or else I'm gonna freak out or something like that. But yeah, if you look at our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan Instagram, follow it, or just make sure you watch the shorts that Angie puts out here on YouTube. 7 vegan meals. She puts one out like almost every day or so, and you can see the food that we're eating day in and day out to get a good sampling of what we eat like. Hey, Heidi's here. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Carmichael. Hey, I'm not a pet food expert or a vet or anything like that, but I've heard it's pretty easy or relatively easy to have dogs eat a plant-based diet in a healthy way. But yeah, look into it, but I've seen it happen many times. Let's see. I don't think we have any plans yet for our Christmas dinner yet, Blood Rose. We were thinking about maybe in past years, not to say every year, in past years, often we'll go down to our favorite outside of Long Beach, our favorite vegan pizzas at the Disney Grand California Hotel at the Craftsman Bar and Grill, and it's this mushroom impossible sausage pizza on there. We make it vegan, and it's really delicious. And often it's like 70 degrees and sunny and all that. But not this year. It sounds like it'll be raining. So that was our probably our go-to plan. So I don't think we'll go there for Christmas. Good news is my health and my bladder infection or whatever seems to be cleared up. I've been eating foods I didn't dare eat a few weeks ago. Just a few days ago, we had pasta with like tomato sauce, one of the worst bladder triggers. I handled it like a champ. So anyway, yeah, planning over the next few days one day, going back to my favorite restaurant, my favorite local vegan Italian restaurant, and getting our favorite dish there with they have some new wines I saw. We were just there a couple days ago in the morning because they have coffee there in the morning too. And I had my first coffee, one shot of espresso, a marzipan latte. Had my first coffee in like a month or so. So that was fun. My bladder handled that. So I think I'm slowly, surely getting my thing back together. So, yeah, it's still a process. It's weird. I didn't realize, I'd be laid out kind of or recovering for a while still, but I'm slowly getting there. I tell you, I went to the gym today, had an extremely successful gym trip. So anyway, yeah, so that'll be our Christmas dinner. It won't be on Christmas. It'll be a little bit before then. Our dating anniversary is like right a little bit before Christmas too. I don't want to say exactly when, but we'll probably do that for our dating anniversary. Let's see, what did I miss there from all my rambling? Peter, remember that guy that commented and said you'd eat nothing but junk food from Disneyland? Yeah, I called him out in a response video, like answering mean comments. And he actually came back here to the live stream that following Friday, and he was really cool. And it seemed to like, we misunderstood each other or something. I don't know. But yeah, remember we kind of like sorted that out, and it turned out to be more of a fan than a hater. So that's cool. But yeah, we don't eat nothing but junk food. But yeah, I mean, come on, when you go to like a place like Disneyland or a theme park, they're not known for like having like at every place like healthy food options. It's theme park food. We try to find the best of the best. First, we have to find the vegan stuff, find the stuff that tastes good, and try to find the healthiest of that. And it's pretty tough to get all those preferences all at the same time. But we try our best. But I realize, yeah, theme park food still isn't going to be healthy. We just, thank God we don't eat there all the time, I can see if we eat there every day, it might be an issue. But yeah, I'm just going once. That's why I said I'm not a fanatic about always eating the healthiest food possible. But day in and day out, since I'm poor, I eat at home, So, yeah, we're not eating out all the time. So, yeah, when we make food at home, it's usually 99% of the time pretty damn healthy, whole food based. Hey, Richard Mann. Cool. Thanks for following us on Instagram. And, make my wife's day and comment on one of her posts. Or wait for a new one to come out now that you're a new subscriber on Instagram, and comment, because she's the one that runs our Instagram. She does all the the videos, the still pics and everything. Comment and let her know you're from South Korea. She'll love that. We're always happy. We're always trying to find more people from South Korea that like our stuff, that like our vegan stuff, our band particularly. We just made a band podcast, and I did my weekly thing. How many people in South Korea heard our new song? Because we've been so influenced and inspired by South Korean music. We really want to try to return the love back out to you guys. So anyway, yeah, make her day and comment. Let her know you're from South Korea. Rare, what's my opinion on carrot? We love carrots. In fact, I ate a lot of carrots when I had the UTI because that was a really low bladder irritant food, like bananas, potatoes. Yeah, I ate a lot of carrots. And even when I'm normally healthy, I eat a lot of carrots. Oh, Peter, that burrito that we shared that we got at Disney California Adventure, that was our second week back after I took a few weeks off with my UTI. The first week we had this really safe kind of sandwich. But the second week we tried that burrito, it was a little too spicy for us. So I'm not sure how often we'll have that burrito again. I wish it wasn't quite as spicy, but yeah, I could probably handle it better now. It seems like my stomach is getting more robust by the day, you know? So I calculate it's been a little over 4 weeks now since I quit taking antibiotics. 3+ weeks since I started taking a probiotic. I have like another week's supply of that. And from what I was learning, hopefully it's all accurate, about another week, I should have like about functionally around now-ish, really soon, about as far as my digestive ability, about 100% functional gut microbiome. Numerically, it's still going to have to grow and get bigger, but the functionality is pretty much there, or will be there soon, as far as being 100% functional. So I'm starting to feel it now too. I feel more like adventurous in trying foods out that I've been like shelving for a while, and I'm eating them just fine now. No, Travis, familiar with the vegan hack spot guy? He's always going to cool places for vegan food in California. No, I never heard of him. Hey, Daniel, you have a few other Oregonians watching right now. Let's see. Hey, Fu Man Poo, Miss Pooh, and you will celebrate your 35th anniversary in a few weeks. Getting her a rock. Awesome. Congratulations. 35 years. Wow, that's really awesome, Fu Man Poo. Heidi, you're eating TJ's chili. I assume that is Trader Joe's chili. I don't think I've bought a chili from Trader Joe's in quite a long time. So tell us, Heidi. Tell me, what is it like? Is it spicy? Is it mild, medium, or hot? Because Angie and I are really, they were older, and I just had the UTI stuff. And she's always been kind of sensitive to like spicy things. She's never been a fan of like, hey, make my Indian food as spicy as possible. No, never like that. Yeah, let us know how that is. How the spice factor is, and the just the overall taste and vibe of it. Let's see what I'm missing now. Okay, I see you guys talking about Gary Yourofsky a little bit there. Uncle, I have no idea what's going to happen with my insurance and stuff. I don't know. Just see what's going on. But yeah, I have insurance through the Affordable Care Act system. I'm just thankful I still have it right now, because I've gone to the doctor a few times. I have a full checkup scheduled for the middle of next month. So I'm excited to do that. But yeah, I have gone a couple times to just get some tests done, and yeah, everything's looking good. And my blood tests are awesome. They didn't measure the lipid panel, but they tested a bunch of stuff, like all the vitamins and minerals and electrolytes and stuff like that. And the doctor said, yeah, that looks really good. The urology was pretty good. I tell you, there's one thing. It was like, I want to get another test. There was an indicator I might want to like back down on oxalates, maybe, but that was a bad urine test. It was really dense. I couldn't really get much out. The second test I gave was a beautiful clear urine, but unfortunately they didn't run the calcium oxalate test on that one. I wrote my doctor back like, "Where's the test? This is the urine sample I want you guys to test." I'm getting way too personal here, but I would like them to test again on a better sample, because that first one I gave them, I couldn't get anything out. I tried drinking so much water, and this horrible looking sample came out. But anyway, I've never had a kidney stone, and the doctor told me, yeah, some people's just body chemistry just deals with it naturally, no problem. So I don't know, we'll see what happened. I have no idea. But in the meantime, though, I have just done some sensible things. Like, I noticed that I did talk about this last week without really realizing it. I was eating a ton, like way more oxalates than I probably should have been. Like, I didn't realize that Raisin Bran is a really high oxalate cereal. So I switched to some other ones since then. And I used to just pound almonds all day. I had no idea almonds were super high oxalate. So it's not like I'm avoiding like spinach, and we don't eat spinach every day, just like a couple times a week maybe. So I'm not doing anything radical other than just like, it's just not eating these dumb oxalate things all day. There's like really like no point to it. I could eat something else, So instead of eating a bunch of almonds, I'll just eat a banana. Bananas are totally cool. And they're great prebiotic, a food that your microflora feeds upon to grow and do their thing. But anyway, let's see. What's that late model? You have a physical. You have a physical. I thought you said nightmare. You have a physical right after New Year's. Yeah, good for you. That's what I'm going to do too. And I keep seeing on the app, my health app thing, they said, oh, I got to do all this screening stuff too because I'm old and male and stuff. So I guess I will do some of that too at my physical. So we'll see how that goes. I have to admit, I haven't been doing all those screenings. I realized that when I've been going to the doctor for all these years, it's just usually to get a blood test, and usually just to put it up on YouTube. I've been doing like proper like physicals and screenings and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to do that middle of next month. Uncle, yeah, raisins are a bit high in oxalates too, and that's another food. Those are my go-to snacks for the past 2 years, Uncle. Raisins and almonds, just munching them all the time. If I feel a little, I'm working here in the office or the studio, I feel a little munchy, I'll just walk out to the kitchen, throw down like 5, 6, 7 almonds, handful of raisins, and and I'll do that several times a day. So I just realized I was pounding high oxalate foods all day, and I'm probably okay with it. Nothing bad's happened, but the calcium oxalate crystal score was a little higher than we would like. It wasn't anything crazy, but I'm going, let's see if there's anything that I can do about that. But I really think it had to do with that horrible sample I gave them. So now I'll talk to my doctor about that next month. Say, how come you didn't measure that on the sample I just gave you? I'll give you another one. Well, thank you, AJ, for the weekly cult dues. Your cult leader appreciates that, and thank you. Your cult leader's been feeling a lot better thanks to all your guys' good vibes and support. So thank you so much. And that's really good, late model, to get blood work yearly. I really haven't done any since I was meeting with Dr. Bellardo, the vegan cardiologist, in 2022, early 2023, something like that. I haven't been back to get any blood work or doctor visits, so I got to do it. I think I'm gonna use this UTI as a, make lemonade out of lemons, try to turn it into a positive thing, even though it sucked and it was horrible. Never want another one again. But it just kind of got me back. Okay, I got to stay up with my doctor appointments and physicals and stuff like that. And yeah, even getting Angie scheduled too, So we're just trying to make it a good thing.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you so much, late model. Oh my God. All right, I think I'm definitely gonna go to the post box on Monday, late model. Thank you so much. Seriously, Chris, you and AJ have been such supportive in so many ways, not just through the super chats, just I've never met either of you guys in person, but as close as we can be without having met in person. You guys have been such supportive friends to me. I really use that word, seriously here. Thank you guys. You two have been, and a lot of you guys too. I'm just not saying only them, you guys too, but I wanted to single out AJ and late model. I sometimes we'll communicate off the platform and stuff like that. So thank you so much. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be in your lives, and I'm grateful that you guys are in my lives. Because you make my life a little bit better just by you guys just being you, me just be able to chat with you guys week in, week out, and you're kind of there, like my rock and my stable center that keeps me going. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. Oh, thank you, late model. I mean, Ryan is here for us every week. It's the least he can do. I'm here every week because you guys are here every week, and I think hopefully it's symbiotic. We're all getting something positive out of this. That's what that's how I feel. So hopefully you guys are feeling the same way. Thank you so much. Carmichael, how can I be so morally deficient? You're right, huh? You saw my video from yesterday, huh? How that one hater guy said it's been scientifically proven that vegan children grow up to be physically and morally deficient. Like, what? How do you become morally deficient? How is it morally deficient to not eat dead animals? That just doesn't make any sense. But thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Oh, I think late model. That's what it's all about, Ryan. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. I'm glad everyone's on the same page here. Thank you so much. Let's see. What's that, Carl? Ryan just drank a large glass of water. Ryan, just drink a large glass of water when you wake up each morning, and you'll probably never have a problem with oxygen. Maybe that's it, because no, that's what I do. That's one of the first things I do when I get up, Carl. I pound some major water. I've been doing that the whole time I've had this YouTube channel, basically. I let the doctors know. I don't know why I put out that. When I told you I had trouble peeing, I was in the bathroom like 5 minutes. I gave him this little tiny, horrible, yellow-looking pee, and I told him I'm not dehydrated, because the urology said I was dehydrated. I said no, I drink more water than probably 99% of the patients you have coming here. I'm super. I was there with my big thing of water here when I was talking. I'm always drinking water. I've been that way forever. Super hydrated. So yeah, it's one of the first things I do in the morning. I feel dehydrated, so I try to rectify that as quickly as possible. I don't measure how many ounces I'll have, but yeah, I'll hit my cup of water several times. Roman Char, no ageism? What kind of chat is this? It's a chat where we are accepting of all kinds of people, and the reason why I put no ageism is because I'm 58, and a lot of people come in and say, oh, you're old, veganism debunked. It's like, just because I haven't died yet. I mean, if you don't die, you age a year every year. One day, if you're lucky, you'll be 58 as well. But that's why I put that there. Some people try to put me down for living a decent amount of time on this planet and try to make it sound like it's some kind of deficit of a vegan diet that I've aged or something like that. So that's why I put the ageism there. No ageism. So it's a chat where we can all be in a safe space, if that's what you're asking, Roman Char. Your blood work is great as of late, Fu. Your testosterone is far beyond human. Are you really taking like meds or stuff for steroids and testosterone? Yeah, it's a chat where we're not dicks, basically. That's basically a good way to sum it up there, late model. AJ Vintage, lemon water all day, no kidney stones yet. Yeah, lemon water, great too. I don't mind lemon water, but it's more of a pain in the ass. I just go to my water purifier thingy that I got and just let the water flow out of there, fill this up, start drinking. Thanks, Peter. I don't know if we look pretty young for I think Angie actually looks pretty young for age, but I know we look decent for our age. We look at worst average for our age, and I think realistically we probably look a little better than average for our age, but I'm not trying to boast. Look at us, we're the most attractive people for our age. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm not vain like that. I don't care. I just know the reality, the objective truth is, yeah, we look decent for our age, not horrific. Fu Man Poo, you are blasting anabolic steroids getting huge. Maybe that can explain what you're describing earlier. What did you say? You're having lots of fatigue and or I forgot, something like that, right? Fu Man Poo, that could explain that. What do you mean, Roman Char, that Trader Joe's and Whole Foods are getting rid of vegan options? What are you talking about? I was just at Whole Foods the other day and bought a bunch of stuff. Are you talking about stuff in the delis or stuff like that? And Trader Joe's, Heidi in our chat here just talked about how she's right now, or at least a few minutes ago, eating some vegan chili from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's had vegan options before veganism ever got trendy in the 2010s. They've had vegan stuff there for decades. And yeah, we do shop at Sprouts now too, Nikki, and yeah, we find lots of vegan stuff there too. Angie loves those vegan chocolate chip cookies. Have you seen those? Speaking about, yeah, we don't eat 100% everything is whole food and healthy. Yeah, sometimes you need a little treat here and there. We don't get them all the time or anything. Um, let's see. Timothy, hey everyone, I moved to a new house. Haven't been able to hang out lately. Been so busy. Well, yeah, moving will do that to you, and a new house will do that to you as well. I suspect if I'm ever able to execute my goal and move to where I want to move, yeah, I suspect I won't be able to make live streams or videos for at least a few weeks, if not a few months. So yeah, do what you got to do. Yeah, okay, Roman, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Whole Foods, much to our chagrin, they got rid of that vegan at the deli, the TTLA, the tempeh, whatever, tofu, tempeh, lettuce, avocado sandwich, whatever. Anyway, that's gone. They did replace it with a new falafel sandwich. I just had that when we went there last week. I didn't get that at the deli. I just saw it in the pre-made refrigerated section. So, let's try this new vegan falafel sandwich. It was good. Nowhere as good as the TTLA. But yeah, you got to be honest when you say that, Roman. They got rid of one vegan option at the deli, but they put a new one in there in its place. So they've only had always forever just one vegan option at the deli at Whole Foods. It's just a different option right now, as of like a couple weeks ago or a month ago or whatever. But yeah, it's not like they decreased the options. It's the same paltry one option. Wow, what are you talking about there, Heidi? You said especially for kids, it can change their literal face development, which impacts their health and longevity. Wow, what are you guys talking about there? Okay, you said Alan Fisher did a really interesting video this week on the importance of nose versus mouth breathing. Huh, interesting. I don't think she's health professional, but she has some evidence to point to. I'd be curious to check that out, but maybe I'm not. I don't have kids, so I'm not going to really worry about that. But yeah, if you got kids, look into that, I guess. What's that ever known? Where do I buy a button or pin? The thing. Oh, I don't have those anymore. We sold out of those a long time ago. Those happy, healthy button tie-dye pins. Yeah, we used to have those back when we sold stuff at like vegan festivals and events like that. We don't do that stuff anymore. So yeah, we haven't had those in years. We just took that cool photo of them. Like, oh, this is nice. I'll just use that for a lot of my backgrounds and stuff. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm advertising merch. I'm not advertising merch, but yeah, we don't have that. Let's see, Peter, on Christmas Day, you're going to a vegan community dinner. How nice. Put on by an organization called Victoria Healthy Living. And it's actually really healthy. Apparently, like whole food plant-based. Wow, that's very awesome. Yeah, I agree, AJ. Yeah, Peter, lives in this kind of smallish city and on an island in British Columbia, Canada, but still, he seems to be quite active and busy doing vegan things all the time. Like, makes it look like, more of a vegan mecca than where I live at here in the Los Angeles area. Awesome, Richard. You left a message on the HHV Instagram and said you're in South Korea. Awesome, cool. I'll see when Angie. I won't mention anything to her. I'll see if she mentions it to me at some point. No, Fu Man Poo. I did not hear that you had a horror show apocalyptic constipation on a bunk peptide. Okay, Heidi, speaking of Alan Fisher's nose breathing, mouth breathing thing, she had a person on that specializes in it and interviewed him. Okay, got it. Awesome. Yeah, unless she did some wild education since I met her last time, which was a long time ago. She could have done it, but yeah, I didn't think she all of a sudden had the health training background about that sort of thing. Yeah, but a vegan community dinner does sound nice. Oh, that's awesome, Peter. Moby was speaking at an event in Los Angeles about freeing Zoe, the jailed activist. Okay, Everknown, you've eaten the Trader Joe's chili and it's very mild. Okay, Heidi probably told me that there and I missed it. So that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind next time we go to Trader Joe's, because now we have a new alteration in one of our driving routes that puts us on a regular path past the Trader Joe's out here, one of them. So Cool. Yeah, we sometimes we don't go to Trader Joe's for a year or something like that, but now we go past it more often. So we kind of go maybe like once every 3 or 4 weeks or so. So cool. I'll keep my eyes open for their chili because sometimes it's cool just to get something quick. One thing I'm pretty certain it's probably really salty, right? Even though if it's not spicy, if it's more mild, I bet you it's really salty because most packaged foods like that, that's usually the downfall of those kinds of things is that they're salty. And I'll eat them, but if it's salty, I won't get them that often. If it's low salt, then I'll eat it all the time. But yeah, I do not like eating super high salty meals. Yeah, it's not good for your health or blood pressure or whatever, but I just don't like the super salty vibe. Plus, it dehydrates you too. Makes you have to drink even more water. Yeah, I want to go visit Vancouver Island and Victoria Island. I'd love to at some point. Um, yeah, it could happen. Totally can happen because where I'm planning to hopefully move in the future would put me even closer that direction rather than further. So it's been on my list of places to travel to ever since I was a like in elementary school. Just haven't done it yet. Closest I ever got was like Seattle. Yeah, you notice that too, late model. Yeah, most everywhere you eat out, they put in. Yeah, chefs just love to just go nuts with the salt. It adds more flavor. But if you're not eating a lot of salt, we're desensitized. So when you eat like a regular salty meal, it's like, ooh, this is crazy, and the chefs can't tell that their taste buds are acclimated to that high level of salt. They're like desensitized or whatever. What I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's kind of tough often for a lot of us who prefer low salt to go out places. Yeah, I'll eat it, but won't be stoked about it. But salt can mix into some meals better than others. That pink salt is good, and Angie does often. I see her sprinkle a little bit of pink salt sometimes on some of our stuff, but not a lot. Not like what like you would get at a restaurant. Nothing in that. Like 1/10, 1/20 of what you get at a restaurant or something like that. Wow, awesome, Peter. There's a room in your building. You can stay at that only for 25 Canadian bucks a night. Oh, well, keep that in mind if we come up. See if we have that option to stay. Yeah, I don't like to crash with people. We're old. I never liked crashing with people when I was young, and now I'm old. I really don't like crashing on people's couches or spare bedrooms. I just kind of like do my own thing and have my own mental and physical space. But let me know, 25 bucks a night. That sounds awesome. What's that, Fu Manpu? You did dump for almost 2 weeks. Did or didn't dump? Because you mentioned it felt like Dr. Baker, who I assume probably, yeah, once every couple weeks or so. Oh, late model. You've been to BC, British Columbia. Awesome. Okay, yeah, Peter, I'll let you know if we ever go up there. I don't see us traveling that far anytime soon, but yeah, I'll let you know when things start opening up for us. Um, But yeah, Peter, yeah, don't come here right now. You're not gonna like it right now. So yeah, stay where you're at or go somewhere else. But yeah, maybe in the future it'll be cool to come travel out here. It's not as bad as I'm making it sound like, but it's not like I've seen so many stories about like, you know, people trying to travel in this country and they're getting hassled, like let me see your social media, or just being searched in ways that weren't like happening in the past. So that's not a good advertisement to, hey, come here, tourists, and spend into our economy. So I don't have to say anything. It's already happening on its own. Wow, it has your own private bathroom and everything. You don't have to share a hall one. I like that too. That sounds great. 25 bucks, your own space, your own bathroom. I am down, and it's your building. Awesome. I'll definitely stay in touch with you about that if and when we finally make that trip that I've always been wanting to do. Yeah, and we've seen American citizens, and even ones that have green cards, but have had them for literally decades, being detained and or deported. So, yeah, it's not our proudest moment right now. What's wrong with California? Oh, no, I was talking about the United States, Carmichael. I wasn't talking about, as far as traveling here from another country. That's what I'm talking about specifically. I'm not talking about traveling within the state if you already live here. Like Peter in Canada coming here, he's not comfortable. You know, I don't have to give him an advertisement about anything. He's just not comfortable right now. And I would say, you know, if I were in his shoes, seeing what I'm seeing on the media, I wouldn't be either. Living here, you know, I haven't seen too much firsthand. I read stuff in the news, so I don't know what the reality is. Is as bad as some of the things I see in the news or not? You know, my day-to-day hasn't really seen much like that. But anyway, I can see, you know, from Peter's perspective, I don't blame him. I definitely wouldn't want to travel. I'd go somewhere else. There's so many places in the world to go. You just don't have to come to the United States. There's many places one can travel to. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, I wanted to ask you too. I know, like in South Korea, just Asian cultures in general, veganism hasn't had like the same rate of growth that happened, like say in Europe or the United States. But there's always been a foundation of plant-based eating because of Buddhist monks. There's a history of Buddhist monks in, you know, China, Korea, where they eat like, you know, vegetarian food, which typically means vegan food. And I've seen that in Korean Buddhist cooking too. But you have some facts here for you. You said the number of people in South Korea adopting vegan or plant-based diets surged from about 150,000 in 2008 to 2.5 million by 2021. Wow, that's a huge increase. I can't even do the math on that. It's more than a factor of 10. That's like more than an exponential thing there. So that's awesome. That's cool. That's great because Angie and I we really want to go to South Korea sometime and just travel all around, like go to like Jeju Island and go down to the south to like Namhae, and there's all these sites and places we want to go to and visit, and of course visit Seoul, even though Seoul sounds kind of so big and crazy, you know, in a good way, but we're so chill, you know. I don't know how well I'd adapt, but it'd be cool to like go and just check it all out. But that's one of our goals too, is to travel to South Korea. Roman Char, any restaurants I recommend in Los Angeles or Palm Springs? Yeah, look up Chef Tanya. She was the founder of Native Foods, but some company bought her out. But she has two places in Palm Springs. Last time I checked, a small kind of takeout place near the airport, and then another place in Palm Desert where you can go to a restaurant and actually sit down. It's kind of more fast food restaurant. It's not like a super fine, fancy restaurant, but still you can eat her food there. It's salty. It's not the healthiest stuff in the world, but it's really good. And she's a great chef and has been making vegan food and doing vegan restaurants for decades. So check out, just look up Chef Tanya's Kitchen, Palm Springs, Palm Desert. I forgot the name of the second location. I know one is definitely called Chef Tanya's Kitchen. If you find that, you'll probably find the other one. So that's what I'd recommend for you in Palm Springs. That's where we always go. When we go to Palm Springs, we always try to hook it up into going to one of her restaurants. Roman, you were in Japan in July, and the Buddhist places, the food was sadly bland, but everywhere else it was very good. They probably didn't put a lot of salt and stuff on there, I imagine. Usually at Buddhist places, they kind of go low on those stimulating things like garlic and onion. That's what I liked about the Buddhist places too. Yeah, they're vegetarian, vegan, and there's usually no garlic and onions, which is fine with me. Hey, Allison. Hey, I just saying hi as I'm going to dinner. I hope you're still here, but thanks, Allison. We'll try to have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Let's see. Peter, you have been a member the whole time, 42 months. Awesome. There's a fundraiser that some YouTubers are doing to provide vegan Christmas gifts to Ukrainian children on the ground. Wow, you know everything. You are so connected to all this stuff going on in vegan activism. Well, thanks for sharing that, Peter. If you want to share a link to it, you can do that because you're a moderator. You're one of the few people, you and Uncle are one of the few people I can post paste links. So if you want to do that, totally cool. Um, that's crazy, Fu Man Poo. 100 decibel fart there while you're meditating. Um, our favorite food at Disney and DCA. I tell you, it's neither. It's at the Disney Grand Craftsman Hotel. So you don't even have to pay to go into the park. You know, you might have to pay for parking or something. But it's the is it like Black Forest sausage pizza or something like that? It's like it's got impossible little meat crumbles. It's got this delicious mushroom sauce. It's really, really, really good. And there might be cheese on it, but we just tell them don't put that on there. Just put more of that delicious mushroom sauce. It's so good. So that's our favorite dish there. It keeps getting more expensive, but that's actually kind of fine dining. It's like, you know, like poolside, sitting out in the sun when it's sunny. It's really, it's got good vibes. So it's kind of worth it there. But that's my favorite dish there right now. It's been that for a few years. It's a really good vegan pizza. But my favorite vegan pizza is at our local Long Beach vegan Italian restaurant. I'm really looking forward to having that again after having to back off from like you know, tomatoes for the past like month or so. Okay, there Peter put the link down there for the fundraiser for the fundraiser that some vegan YouTubers are doing to provide vegan Christmas gifts to Ukrainian children on the ground. So yeah, Peter linked to it. So yeah, give it a click there. Fundraiser.com/Christmas gifts for it's. I can't see the rest of it, but I see your link there. So thank you for sharing that, Peter. I'll try to find the link later and click that myself. Hinch Herbivore and Danny and some other vegan activists are involved. Cool, good for them. Awesome. I'll try my best to follow up on that link. But yeah, everything is more expensive. It's not just the vegan pizza. No, it's hard to go to the market now and not like spend like, you know, $150 or something like that. You know, that's what we spent last time at the market. But yeah, things are expensive now. Everything's expensive. That's what's so tough. It's not like our incomes and wages have gone up, but everything costs more. Electricity costs more. Food costs more. Car insurance costs more. Health insurance, house insurance costs more. Anything you want to buy, it costs more now. But thank you, Hardly Tin Man Adonis, for being a member for 38 months. Woo! Great number of OG Vegan Cult members here. That's what we are. We are the OG Vegan Cult members. Yeah. That's one thing our live stream and our channel has that no other channel has. We are the OG Vegan Cult. We are embracing that veganism is a cult. I should have worn one of my vegan cult member or cult leader shirts tonight. But yes, thanks for everyone for being part of the vegan cult. It's not my vegan cult. It's the vegan cult because, you know, vegan is a cult. That's at least what they say, right? Yeah, AJ, like what the kids in Ukraine have been going through for how many years now, you know? Um, anyway. Okay, here's late models plan for like trying to fight inflation a little bit. Yeah, we still don't have a Costco membership, and I don't know if we will. I don't know if we go that often, but anyway, you definitely save at Winco and Costco for big things, then fill in with produce. Oh, Heidi, you sent me and Angie something this week. Oh, where to? Where should we look? Did like our PO box? Because I'm gonna go there Monday. Because Late Model sent us something. So let me know where I should be looking for something you sent me and Angie. Or was it like electronic? Let us know, and I will keep. I'll do what we need to do to get it. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Late Model. I totally remember you telling me like a week or two ago to check the box, and I just told you this whole time, you know, this UTI thing, my mind has just been focused on weird stuff. Anyway, you going, Fu? Well, we're glad that you're back tonight, Fu. If you're um and stay safe with those roids there and your 100-watt tube amp. Oh, you have a Costco coming to you in 2026, AJ. Awesome. Yeah, I tell you, we have one here. It's just kind of not that convenient for me. It would be like, you know, it's in a part of town I don't like to go to. That's not a bad part of town or anything. Just not like on my normal routes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'll consider Costco if I really got to start milking the, you know, the coins of, you know, try to fight inflation. Oh, maybe that's it, late model. Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I don't like it. Maybe that's it. But you're lucky. Your bestie does the Costco shopping, so that's cool. Yeah, if you can get the Costco goods and prices and discounts without having to deal with Costco, that sounds like the way to do it. Peter, is this an old story or a new story? I mean, I know that one that I've covered that's been in, you know, the media for years. You know, Peter said, I hear about the 27-year-old woman who was on a fruit-only diet who passed away from malnutrition. Yeah, I mean, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I mean, I covered that a few years back. Or is there someone, unfortunately, a new person who passed away from a fruit-only diet? I just get stoned before I go and I'll do fine. Wait, how does being stoned going to Costco help? I think it'd make it worse. Usually it makes me more like, I don't ever smoke when I go out in public really anymore, but not that I ever did much. I was like just chilling at home or something like that, listening to music, but it sounds horrible to get stoned and walk through all these crazy people at Costco. Oh, let's see. Can you do pickup from Costco, like the store shopping for you, like Amazon does for you at Whole Foods? That's an interesting question. Oh, let's see. Okay, she said no. She's never done any of that stuff because, yeah, Bestie's doing that for you. Bestie's your free shopper there. It will help, trust you. I don't know, it sounds horrible. I'll wear sunglasses, though. That might help it out, going somewhere like that, because I don't like crowded places. That's the thing I really dislike about our Anaheim Disneyland parks. When I see other ones, like the one in Florida, I was watching an influencer who lives here in Long Beach, but he's out at the Paris one. These places are so big. They're built so wide. And there's all this land and space and places for you to chill and sit down and relax. The Anaheim parks are the first ones, so they don't have that much land. Everything's tight and crammed together, and people are tight and crammed together, and I don't like that. So anyway, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You're not sure it might be a new person, Peter? Or let me know. Is gasoline vegan? AJ says, no, Uncle. Oil is dinosaur matter. For what I understand, AJ, that's true, but not totally true. It's primarily plant matter, like tree and fern matter from that era. I don't know the geologic name of the era, but anyway, yeah, there might be some dead dinosaurs that got mixed into that, but the vast bulk of the matter that became petroleum was from the enormous amount of plants that grew in a certain time in our dinosaur past. That's how I understand. I'm not a paleontologist or geologist, but I'm pretty sure what I'm saying there is pretty accurate rather than being totally way off. It's more plant matter. And that makes more sense. You know, you can have way more plants on this planet than like animals and stuff like that. So yeah, it's more or less vegan, and it's vegan even if there are dinosaur bits in there. It's still vegan because the dinosaurs weren't exploited to produce that. You know, it's like they just died of natural dinosaur causes and became part of the plant matter that became petroleum. So it's technically, I think, falls under, it's vegan in that sense. But it's really plant-based. It's really just based on a bunch of plants with some dino bits mixed in. It's weird to think of petroleum being plant-based, but it more or less is. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Foo. Stay safe. I hope the roids don't cause any troubles for you. Peter, when Walt Disney built the Disneyland park, he didn't have like the money that, like, say, the Disneyland Corporation had after that. He got as big of a place as he possibly could, and, you know, little did he know he should have bought more property in that area back then, you know, because once everyone figured, oh, Disneyland's here, then everyone started buying property and it just got really expensive. But anyway, yeah, it's just, we're just stuck in that 1955 footprint, basically. I mean, they're doing some things to expand, but there's only so much you can do because there's a whole giant city built up to its edge all around it. Well, I don't know anything about that whole Kennedy Center drama. That hasn't crossed my newsfeed. Just from what you guys told me, it just sounds like a joke. What's going on with that? Um, what's that, Richard? We are all the cult. Why is that? Because nutrition. Hundreds of top nutrient scientists and dietitians in the world to agree to a definition of the healthiest human diet as mostly plant-based. I don't know if I've seen that. I know health. I'll show you this graphic I show all the time. Not only the definition of veganism, but this one here, the various health organizations from around the world, and none of them are saying that of all the ways a human can eat in the world, a plant-based or vegan diet is the best. I don't know if any that say that or make a position statement on that, but they do say stuff like this, that a well-planned, don't do something stupid vegan diet, just a well-planned vegan diet can be nutritionally adequate. It is nutritionally adequate and reduces your risk for many diseases that you don't want to get. Like, I'm older now. I got to get probably colorectal screening. Little plant-based diets, vegan diets lower your risk of that. Doesn't make it go away 100%. Nothing does, but it's just good to know that a vegan diet has some really good benefits as far as lowering your risk of some of the worst and most common diseases, that people get, the ones that lead to you passing on. Oh, we did see the definition there, AJ. We should have drank, when we saw the definition of veganism. The Costco runs relax your bestie. Good for you, right? If that is something your that your bestie likes doing, awesome. What's that T. Colin Campbell said there, Richard, man? That whole food plant-based diet, the only diet that really works, costs different age groups, society. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. There's no part of the world where, oh no, we can't eat plants here and do well on them, especially now because we have access to stores. You can get food and buy plants for all your meals now, and yeah. I've never seen any science that says, no, you can't eat plants because it's bad for you. Don't eat just plants. So yeah, plant-based diet. Yeah, I agree with Colin Campbell there. It can work for people all around the world, and you do it for ethical reasons like we do, like I do. But I clearly enjoy that. It turns out that eating the way I do is actually good for you. And I said lowers your risk of getting some of the leading causes of death. I'm totally down with that. That's a really nice side benefit. I did it for the animals, but it's helping me out too as a nice side benefit. Wow, this whole Kennedy Center thing, I just can't believe you guys are telling me this. I can't believe this has been going on for the past few weeks. Wow. Huh. It's a weird your bestie loves going to Costco because he's pretty counterculture. Hey, it's we all have our weird things that we do where we're part of non-counterculture society. So that's one of his. Totally cool. And like I said, it benefits you. So yeah, just keep going with that. But yes, long live the vegan cult. Cool, calm, and collected for sure. What's that, Luciano? The Daily Mail should have had an equals vegan to veg to omni ratio. Those stats aren't fair. Let's see. Well, what was going on in that article yesterday? That vegan children are shorter. Oh, you're talking about the studies, the actual numbers of the omnivore kids, vegan kids. But I mean, it was a meta-analysis. The Daily Mail didn't, the study that the Daily Mail and the other publications were talking about, the scientists did not conduct their own study from scratch. It was a meta-analysis of a bunch of studies, and that's like 48,000 kids, and they just broke them into these groups because but anyway, they did this, the statistics, the proper statistics from what I understand, to make sure that even though some groups were larger than others, like the vegan group was naturally smaller than like the meat eating group, they still ran the statistics to find the weed out the statistical anomalies due to variance in group size or something like that. But yeah, it was no fault of the researchers. It was a meta-analysis. You're stuck with the data from the pre-existing studies. AJ, I know. If I knew half the shit going on, I'd flip out. And that's why I've kind of really like tightened what news I get. I'm not totally oblivious to everything going on and like current events in our country and shit like that. And but I've really tightened it up because I knew if I didn't, I'd just be pissed off all day and wouldn't be able to get anything done. You know, I'd just be pissed all day. I don't know how you guys do it, and you know, it must be tough. But I know how I am. I know how I can get really pissed off and bummed and depressed. So it's just something I had to do for myself. I was not trying to live in a hole or anything like that, but just I just know how I can naturally lean to darkness. Listen to my music, you know, it's kind of on the dark side, you know. So I don't make happy pop songs or anything like that. So I'm just doing it for my mental health benefit. So anyway, let's see, Luciano, you were taller than many in high school and you were vegan then? Yeah, I mean, it's just statistics. I think that's what the statistics show, that vegan kids had lower BMIs, which I point out is a good thing, especially right now in the 2020s. Yeah, maybe if that were true in the 1970s, that would have been concerning when people normally had like BMIs under 25. But now it's great. If you can eat a vegan diet and have your BMI be under 25. Mine was like 23.5 or 6 or something like that when I went to the doctor's last. Great, you know, not even close to like getting close to being over 25. But anyway, my point is that's a good thing. And the shortness thing, again, even though the vegan kids were shorter than the omnivore kids, the vegan kids' heights were still within normal reference pediatric ranges. It wasn't like they were like abnormally short or like something like clinically bad was happening because of their diet. They're still within normal healthy reference ranges. And that's something I was pissed at. The Daily Mail didn't really want to mention much. They just wanted to like say, hey, your kids are going to shrink, so don't let them eat plants. What's that, Peter? Kevin Smith and his daughter, Harley Quinn Smith, have a new vegan show called The Show for People Who Hate Vegans? Wait, what is this about? That sounds crazy. What is this? What's that? AJ, Costco to you is like a giant utopian sci-fi place, like that of a 2001 movie. See, I guess that's why I don't like to go to Costco. I've only been there a couple times. This is not for me. It's just like too much. It's too big and too trippy. But, you know, I guess if I had to, I would shop there. But fortunately, yeah, I have other options where I can still get food for a pretty good price. Yeah, I don't go to Whole Foods that much. Even when I do, you know, if you get their house brand stuff, their whole 365 brand, it's extremely competitive. It's real, this whole paycheck thing. You can spend a ton of money there, but you can spend a ton of money at any market, really. It just depends on, you know, how what you're getting and, you know, what options are you looking for. Do you really need a super expensive product X or not, you know? Let's see. People are tense these days. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that too. You walked all over town today and people are bunchy as hell on the road. Oh, they're driving pissed off too. Yeah, I noticed like my mom and her husband, they've been kind of having, it seems like they're testy right now. I talked to their caregiver and she noticed it and thinks she might have a reason why. It's a holiday kind of thing. That's like I was talking about earlier at the beginning of this live stream. Yeah, it's a time when a lot of people's emotions are darker, negative, mental health things aren't as good as they can be. So it's a rough time of the year for a lot of people. And I didn't know people are taking out on the road. Thank God I'm not driving that much, but I got to go visit my mom the next few days, so hopefully it'll be chill on the road. Okay, so the show, Peter, is a show where they try out different restaurants, foods, and talk to the owners. Okay, so it really isn't about hating on vegans or anything like that, if he's vegan himself. Yeah, I get stuff at Whole Foods too, Heidi. Like my Garden of Life B12 spray. I was right about to order a new one on Amazon and we forgot. So when we were at Whole Foods the other day, oh, here it is. Here's the Garden of Life B12 spray. Let's get that one. But, you know, You can get another one. You can get the Whole Foods brand for a few bucks less too. So there's, you have options. I even got my probiotics there when I got them 3 weeks ago. Shopping there, instead of ordering on Amazon, just get them here. It's pretty much the same price. I can start taking them as soon as I get home. Yeah, it is a funny title, Peter. Where's Foo? He's missing pee talk. He likes poop talk though, Sarah. You missed. It's the wrong orifice. Is that an orifice? Anyway, I can't believe I used the word orifice tonight. Some have seasonal affective depression too. Yeah. Yeah. I think I've had that a lot in life. I don't know if I had it this year. I was just having a UTI, which made me bummed anyway. But I found it good to go out in the days when the sun was kind of out, take my glasses off, eyes closed, around noon, just let some sunlight hit my eyelids. And it just feels kind of nice. I don't know if that helps or not, if it makes any vitamin D, if it helps with seasonal affective disorder. It's supposed to, but, I always feel a little bit, I don't feel worse or more bummed after that. It's usually a good thing to do. So yeah, I haven't been done much of that lately, but after my weird little issues this year, I figured I'm gonna just do that again. Why not? I'm home right now. It's sunny. I'm just gonna go chill outside, put some sunscreen on, put a hat on, go sit outside, let my arms get some sun. One day I put some shorts on, went out there, let my legs get a little tan too. But this is December. I wouldn't do that in July or something like that, or June when the UV rays are like 12. It was like 3, UV of 3. We're fortunate to even have a UV index of 3 here in SoCal at noon. So I was trying to take advantage of that. And also too, Peter, yeah, just there's so much hate and bad shit going on in the world right now. And, that can add to, it's already tough enough with the low light this time of season, We're about to have the darkest day of the year in like 2-3 days, the winter solstice, summer solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. We're about to have that in a couple days. Yeah, the world's not looking great, so there's a lot to be bummed on, but then there's a lot to be thankful for, and that's you guys, are part of what I'm thankful for. So, there's always darkness and there's always some light as well too. It's usually both. So I try to minimize the darkness and focus more on the light as much as I can. At least that's my tactic. I'm not saying that's what you guys got to do, but that's what I try to do. I'm not saying I'm always successful at that. I'm not, but that's kind of my how I try to orientate myself. Anyway, Travis, you're in cloudy season, no sun in sight. Yeah, we had it socked in. For us here, we had like maybe a week or so of like no to low sun, like days where it wouldn't come out or not come out at all. Barely come out. Yeah, but then we had some nice sunny days this past week. So yeah, went outside, got my sun exposure and all that stuff. So that was fun. Not fun, but it was good. Took advantage of it, seized the moment. Because today, couldn't have done that today. I went to the gym today. So anyway. No, Pete, I didn't hear about that. Are you serious? Holy shit. Wow. What is wrong with people? Damn. Wow. No, I didn't hear about it. Is that something that just happened recently? Wow. And you're right, Blood Rose, without the darkness, we'd never see all those stars out there. Oh man, AJ, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's why I put in my rules here. No bigots, no, just hate bigot type people. I just don't like people like that. They don't deserve to come in here and interact with us decent people. They can take their hate, go hang out on Grok or whatever, and stay together out there. No, this is a shield from that kind of crap. So I'm sorry to hear about that, AJ. Dave, on a brighter note, do I have a favorite gemstone or mineral? No, not really. No, I think they're cool and pretty and stuff like that, but I don't really have a favorite or anything like that. No, I'm not really into that kind of thing. Not that I'm against it. I just don't have a passion for rocks or minerals or anything like that. Um, but yeah, that's why I try to keep this a bigot-free zone, because yeah, we can experience bigots outside in the real world and stuff, or even online. You don't have to go into the real world. But here I try to put up as big of a shield. I have two awesome moderators who, they see you being a bigot, if I don't ban them, they will, you know. So this is safe. This is a safe space, you know. It's like we're entitled to that, right? To be in places without a bunch of bigots, right? You know, we're you know, it's like a vegan YouTube channel, you know. We should be chill here. We should have the right to be chill here and be not experiencing people like that. Travis, I don't know what is the strangest album I've ever heard. I'm let me think again for a second. Okay, help me out, Sarah. Late model, Sarah, late model. Do you remember that album that is in the '80s that Robert Smith made with like Susie and the Banshees? Susie and, or I think she made it. I think she was in it, but members of her band. I think maybe Jim Severin, is that his name? Is it like The Call or something like that? That was pretty weird. Do you know that album? Any Gen Xers know what album I'm talking about there? That Robert Smith and The Cure made with some of the Banshee members. That was a pretty trippy record. Uncle, I think my birthstone's a ruby. Yeah, it's a bigot-free zone. Totally bigot-free zone. Love seeing all the love going to AJ. You totally deserve it, AJ. What's that? You think so? Your neighbor kids threw snowballs at you. You're like 5 or 6 because you're Jewish. Your mom freaked out on them. Oh man. She pulled no punches metaphorically. I'm glad she didn't actually hit them. But man, why are people so mean? I mean, why are kids so mean too? Oh man, it just shows this really horrible side that of human nature that some people have. I don't know how that happens or why. Um, ah, no, it wasn't the Cure's pornography. No, that Cure, Robert Smith made that with his Cure bandmates, Lawrence Tolhurst and Simon Gallup. No, that's one he did outside of the Cure. I thought it was called. I thought the band name was called The Call. Maybe anyone know? I didn't look that up. But that is that is a weird album. Yeah, I'll qualify that as a weird album. Check out the Cure album called Pornography. Spoiler alert, has nothing to do with pornography. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It's just a name. It probably made it just because it was shocking and extreme and made people freak out and stuff like that. It's a really freaking awesome album. It's got some trippy stuff on there. It has some really beautiful songs too, like the song "Cold," one of my favorite Cure songs of all time. It's an awesome album. Siamese Twins, The Figurehead. These are some of the, in my opinion, some of the best Cure songs of all time are on that album. It's got some really trippy songs too, you know. But yeah, it's got some really amazing songs. So yeah, so if you're looking for a weird album that's actually got some very amazing melodic songs as well as like weird trippy stuff, yeah, Cure Pornography. Was it 1982, Uncle? Brian Eno, he's not that weird, but yeah, he is kind of weird. Brian Eno albums are usually kind of trippy. I know Sid Barrett has made some weird stuff. I haven't listened to much of his solo stuff yet, but yeah. And speaking of early Eno ambient stuff, two of my favorite albums of all time are collaborations he did with the pianist that the Cocteau Twins collaborated with, Harold Budd. Look for the Harold Budd, Brian Eno albums, The Plateau of Mirror and The Pearl. I used to listen to those like non-stop, like in the 80s. They're so good. They're just so chill, so I mean, chill in that there's no drums. It's just like piano, either acoustic piano treated or electric piano and treated. And Eno doing his weird sound effect productions on top of it. Really melodic stuff because Harold Budd's just a really awesome trained pianist. It's really cool stuff. So check out, the Plateau of Mirror or the Pearl by Budd and Eno. Those are, I don't know if they're weird, but we should have some like sort of ambient music before that was even a genre. Check them out. So cool. And REM's got some nice songs. I was never a big fan of theirs in the 80s. I mean 90s, because I was more into the underground stuff. But yeah, I've heard some really nice REM songs. Like Losing My Religion's a nice song. There's a few I really did. I'm having trouble recalling the names of all of them right now. I always like that really simple pop song. Like this one goes out to the one I love. I know that's not the title of it, but yeah, they've got some chill songs. How do I feel about brown burst as a bass/guitar color, Luciano? Hey, all colors are good. I've never seen a guitar color I don't like. I for some reason have more like more cherry-ish sunburst guitars here. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, sunburst is cool. I wish I had more guitars that were solid color, just like one color, I have a lot of bursty colors here for some reason. Strange, huh? Kind of weird how that happened. Yeah, this one's not. This one's a solid, glossed ash. Let's see how we doing here. An hour 27. Cool. We still haven't had any bigots or haters. Awesome. Great. A hater and bigot free zone tonight. Totally cool. Let's see if we can keep that going for the last bit of our live stream here. Yeah, see, that's why I said we talk about any and all things vegan, but other stuff creeps in, like stuff going on in the news, music. It all kind of creeps in here because, when you get down to it, even though many of us here are vegan and passionate about that, we're complete human beings too. Meaning you got to do other stuff too. You exist in this world. What's happening in this world around you, locally, regionally, globally. You must have some aesthetics in your life, like be it art or music or something like that. So yeah, we talk about all these things because we are people. Oh, I thought you were arguing for the band Journey there, late model. Bay Area band, but Brian Eno takes you on a journey. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking there's some really cool Journey songs, man. I've always one of the songs that we just made. In fact, is the one that just got released a couple weeks ago. Drift Begins. I remember I was working on the guitar solo and I started doing some licks. I go, wait, I'm doing something just like Neil Sean from Journey's doing. I'm sitting there. Oh, that's from Cinder My Love. And I realized the chord progression of our song, is in a different key, but it's the same sort of chord progression that Journey is using on Cinder My Love. I'm using way more extended chords than they're doing. Like theirs are, more basic rock chords. I'm just doing like the more jazzier extensions, ninth chords and stuff like that. But yeah, so I threw in a little lick at the end. That was kind of a nod to him. I would say that's just an awesome song. I don't know if you guys like Journey or not. They were kind of like two, maybe like pop rock for me back in the day. But they have some really good songs. And Cinder My Love, probably my favorite Journey song. I also like I like their moody stuff. I don't like their hard rockin' party songs. Like Who's Crying Now? I always thought that was an amazing song. I think his Neil Sean's acoustic and electric guitar in that song are just to die for. They're totally cool. Anyway, enough about Journey. Let's see. What a better combo than Robert Smith and Susie? Harold Budd and Brian Eno. Better combo. No, let's see. What's that, Richard? How do you, at age 58, deal with pee at night? You're 52 and you have to stop drinking at about 2 in the afternoon or have to deal with 1 at night. Yeah, that's something you got to work out. I try my best to not drink. Let's say I go to bed around midnight. That's around a common time for me to go to bed these days. Just like 5-6 years ago, I was going to bed around like 1 or 2. Now I feel old now because I go to bed around midnight. But anyway, my point is, I try not to drink a lot of water. Say after like 10 or something like that. But, it's pretty common. I would say, this is kind of personal. I would say maybe around 50-60% of nights I get up in the middle of the night, and take a little pee or something like that. It's okay. I mean, I'm lucky that the bathroom is really not that far. It's no big deal. And, it's usually pretty easy to go back to sleep. Sometimes it's not after that. But yeah, I think that just, even before I was old, back when I was in just say in my late 40s, I think that would happen a lot too, because I'm really, as you see, I'm really well hydrated. I drink water all the time. So I think that's just kind of a consequence of being more on the hydrated side. Most people are chronically dehydrated. They don't drink enough water. They're drinking way too much like coffee and diuretics and stuff like that. So yeah, as long as it doesn't keep you up. But yeah, that's kind of the deal. Yeah, get up once in the night and take a pee. But that's not every night. Yeah, I said maybe 50-60% of the time. That's a good plan there. Late model, stop pounding water after 6 and just sips after. That's me. I stop pounding by 9 or 10 and just sips of water after that. But often I might have at 10 or 10:30, I might have a bowl of cereal, which has, milk, oat milk in it, which is liquid, so there's only so much you can do, I just try not to I should have drank more water and it's 11:30. No, don't do that, I mean, unless I don't mind knowing, okay, I'll probably have to get a pee 4 or 5 in the morning, so be it, But it's something we got to all deal with, especially if you want to stay hydrated. I think that's, that's a good thing to be hydrated rather than dehydrated. Let's see, David's Vegan. You got a Sienna Sunburst Strat you love. About to put a Hot Rails in the bridge. Let's see, Hot Rails. That's Seymour Duncan, right? I don't have any Seymour Duncan pickups here. I have most of my guitars have their stock pickups. No, I've changed them all. I've changed them out in most of them now, actually. Even my Les Paul has some TV Jones Filtertron kind of pickups in there, one of my Strats has some Fralin vintage hot pickups. Let's see, and this guitar I built here has all DiMarzio pickups. Actually, this Telecaster has DiMarzio Area T silent Telecaster pickups, which are cool. I love this. I use this all the time now on my solos. Telecasters are known for the bridge, man. Just a roaring sound compared to a Stratocaster. But if you want to have a lot of high gain like I do on my solos, it's usually too noisy with a regular single coil pickup, but this one sounds amazing. It sounds like a regular single coil pickup without the noise, so I'm using it all the time. Anyway, let's get back to the chat here. Let's see. That's good, late model. You went through some garbage sleep a while back, but it's been golden lately. Yeah. Good sleep is priceless these days. Once you hit your 50s and beyond, I imagine, yeah, you can have some rough patches of sleep. For us, sometimes that just means closing the bedroom door so the cats don't come and mess with us. Sometimes Bodhi likes to come in and just hop in the bed and tuck in with me 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning. That's sweet that he likes me like that and wants to be my little baby, but I want to sleep and it's hard, I mean, he's pretty quiet and still once he's in there, but the whole process is, and then he'll get out, then come back in no, dude, just stay in one spot, But anyway, yeah, sleep is precious, especially as you get older. That's where you heal, you recover. I need some good sleep tonight because of going to the gym today. What's up, Heidi? You drink water until you fall asleep, Paul, and you wake up a few times, but you're half asleep. That's what I try to do. I'm like that too. When I go to the bathroom, I try to stay in sleep mode. I try not to think, what am I going to do today? I try to think, okay, I'm going to stay in that dreamland, maybe try to think of the dreams I was having, if any. Just try to stay there rather than think, what should I do today? No, don't go there. Just try to stay as sleepy and groggy as possible. What's that, uncle? I see you talking about narcissists. Uh-oh. Narcissists have high hopes of smashing their names into history so violently that it will take a legendary form, even if all books are destroyed. I can think of two. I'm not sure how what this is in context, but oh well. That's a good way to look at it, late model. I see Heidi says you have some good habits. You just feel better when you live a certain way. If you can cultivate bad habits, you can certainly cultivate good habits. That's the way to look at it. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we can cultivate good and or bad habits. So yeah, try to cultivate as many good ones. Like a lot of times the bad ones are kind of unintentional. You might not be thinking you're cultivating habits. So yeah, have intention to create good habits. And maybe after a while, it just becomes more your normal flow. You don't have to think about it as much. Anyway, Luciano, you're getting a fretless bass soon. Awesome. Love the infinite combinations of microtones on them. Can mimic your improvised whistling solos on them too. Wow. Yeah, I've always kind of been fascinated by a fretless bass, but never like took the plunge. But I'm not really a bass player. I just have my one bass here. I've been thinking about selling it, but no, I realize I got to keep that thing. It's even though I use a lot of electronic basses, still sometimes the song I'm working on right now is me playing the bass, the jazz bass. So I'm glad I got it. It's just a Squire one too, I actually sold like a Fender Mexican bass, a P bass, to get this Squire jazz bass. I love it. I have no regrets. It was really hard for me to tame that precision bass tone. It's got this really fat frequency that's really muddy. It's a known thing. It's not just mine. I just had a hard time. I was struggling with it. The jazz bass just lays right in. No mud really. In fact, it's even a little more on the thin side, which is fine. You can EQ some fatness and do it pretty easily. What did I miss there? Okay, David, your Hot Rails. Yeah, Seymour Duncan. You play mostly melodic punk yourself. Tellies are awesome too. You love noiseless pickups. Yeah, a lot of like vintage purists kind of turn their noses up to them, but I don't care. I mean, I'm not making like vintage music, even though it's vintage inspired. I'm taking music to a whole new level. Hopefully, that's the hope at least. So whatever tools help me get the sound I need to make the music I hear in my head. Yeah, that's what this guitar does here, man. That lead pickup is so nice, so clean. And it's got just a really nice tone. I don't care if it's noiseless or not, it just sounds really good. But it's great when I got my high gain stuff, the distortions, the overdrives, the big muffs, all that. It handles them beautifully. Nikki, hopefully you're still here. I was all rambling. Good night, Nikki. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Yeah, I'm with you, late model. It's a thing you got to battle. If you wake up, the brain can start. Absolutely, 100%. I'm not saying it's easy, but I know what you're talking about. That's why I try. If I get up to pee, just to try my best to not start the brain. And even though I notice if the brain wakes up, I might lay there for like 15, 20, 30 minutes, but after a while, the brain will usually turn itself back off and I can get back to sleep. So that's the good thing about going to bed at midnight. If I have to sleep, if I waste a half hour in the middle of the night or whatever, being awake, at least, okay, I wake up at 8:30. I got 8 hours of sleep once all said and done. Oh, Uncle, I'm sorry to hear that. You never sleep more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. You joke that it takes you 12 hours to get 7 hours of sleep. Wow. Anything you can do about that? Is there any kind of like vitamins or melatonin or something like that can help? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm not a professional at that. I'm not a professional sleep doctor. What's that, Peter? I should maybe be like you, Ryan. I gotta stop listening to Brian Tyler Cohen. Everything he says is depressing about Trump. Yeah, I used to watch Brian Tyler Cohen on YouTube years ago, like before the election and for years before that, but it's just been too depressing now. I mean, I'll watch him once in a while still on occasion, but I can't watch him on a regular or near daily basis like I used to years ago. It's just way too depressing now. And Brian Tyler Cohen, he's an awesome content creator. So I'm not trying to dissuade you from watching someone who deserves clicks and views and your attention, but if it's at the expense of like your mental health suffering, it's not worth it. But only you can make that call. That's up to you to calculate. Yeah, late model's kind of with me here. Definitely, she's saying definitely stop, Peter. It's not worth it. Mental health priorities. Thanks, late model. That's why I'm just trying to prioritize things that help our mental health, and that is making music. We got 2 songs going right now. We got to figure out which one we're gonna make our January release. Hopefully we'll finish in time for a January release. We're really close, but yeah, we got to figure out which one. So yeah, they're both really different. So yeah, Yeah, that's cool. If you saw our Children with Love Spirals podcast that we premiered yesterday, right after the Happy Healthy Vegan video, we're doing great musically. I mean, our listeners. We just had the Spotify stats. You know, I don't know if Apple Music releases all of them like Spotify does, but everything's up. I mean, our viewer or listenership's like up like 98%. Forgot how many tens of thousands of streams most of our songs get. Some got 1 million streams last year. So yeah, I mean, we're things are on the up and up. Listenership's increasing. The amount of people listening are increasing. We're getting discovered by all sorts of kids, you know, that are fascinated by 90s music, and you know, they're discovering us. It's cool. It's cool being seen like a grandfather of a certain kind of music scene from the 90s or something. And a lot of kids are still excited, like, wow, you guys are still making music? Like, whoa, this is totally cool. Most of those bands are long gone, you know? So anyway, yeah, it's really cool. Cool. Yeah, you guys know who Brian Tyler Cohen is, huh? Uncle, AJ. Yeah, I never really talked about him much, but yeah, I watched him quite a bit. Copied some of his editing style a little bit, you know, sometimes when he has to make a little smirky face, he'll like zoom in and something like that, you know. Anyway, I don't know if he does that anymore. Hey, she loves Jesus forever. Hey, Ryan, I love watching your vlogs. Those are old ones, though, because we don't have too many vlogs anymore. But we did film our share of vlogs. Yeah, we got like hundreds of vlogs up on YouTube still. But thank you for sharing that. But I agree with AJ. Yeah, things that Brian is saying are generally evidence-based. You know, he's just not making weird stuff up or anything like that, which is scary if it's, you know, if it's true. And, you know, anyway. What's that late model? You sleep and wake naturally, and 7 to 7:25 seems to be your magic number. Like, is that when your body wakes up between 7 and 7:25, or does that number represent something else? It's kind of curious. Oh. Let's see, Uncle, you have bad sleep habits or none at all? Let's see, ever known you have a Gibson Les Paul Jr. Awesome. Yeah, I you know, if it were right now, me buying a guitar, which I'm not looking to do, I get tempted sometimes. I'll look at stuff online. Ooh, that looks really cool. But I realize I already have too many. It's not that I have a lot, but I already have too many. Like, it's hard to keep them all properly strung and maintained and action right. You know, do I want to try it myself or take it to my pros around here? It's a lot, you know, it's a kind of a financial commitment to have all this stuff. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if I would get a Les Paul right now, but I have my Les Paul. It's from the 80s, you know, it's like my first real good guitar I got when I was like in like, I think a sophomore in high school or a freshman. My parents bought it for me. So I've been tempted to sell it many times. I'm keeping it. It's a vintage guitar now, basically, you know, 1982 vintage. So anyway, they're not like worth that much. Like, you know, the ones from like the 50s, those are worth like hundreds of thousands of bucks now or something like that. I don't know, $500,000. Yeah, mine's probably worth what a new Les Paul would cost. It's not from like a very sought after era in Gibson history. It's the dreaded, they call it the Norlin years. Some weird company named Norlin owned them at that point. And like most acquisitions by you know, a company that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, they just were bean cutters. They just tried to cut costs, make things as cheaply as possible, cut corners, and the quality of their instruments suffered for a long time. Anyway, enough about that. So anyway, yeah, I'm kind of with you, late model. I read headlines, then dig deeper on the topics that interest me. I totally do that too. But yeah, boundaries on the intake. 100%. Yeah, that's the thing I emphasize. I do. I have a lot of boundaries on the intake. How much stuff can actually hit my eyeballs, you know? And on social media, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, I've trained like my YouTube account to like show me stuff I'm interested in, like, you know, like music or AI or whatever, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't see too much of or K-pop, of course. Yeah, I see like my favorite K-pop bands when they got new content, new videos, new appearances on the weekly performance shows in Korea. But yeah, I kind of get the stuff I want. I've tried to, and I've done the same with Reddit. Here's the content I follow, and I've changed it in the preferences, so I only see stuff I follow. If you don't do that, it'll be like Facebook. It'll push whatever the hell it wants at you through an algorithm. I'm thankful that Reddit still lets you only get content from those groups or subreddits that you actually hit follow on and nothing else, other than ads. Can't get around that, I guess. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, try to moderate your content, or just not moderate, just try to restrict your content to what you want. No one has the right to be in front of your face. No one has the right to push everything or anything they want at you. I know a lot of billionaires wish they could and stuff like that. They want to control the flow of information. Just you, it's your life. It's your mental health. It's your right to be fed what you want to be fed. If you just want to be fed just whatever, something that's not really all that worldly and important, you have the right to do that. And if you want to have some control on what actual current events and news, like me and Sarah, or Late Model, do, that's totally valid too. Well, Luciano, that's pretty awesome. You always manage to wake up 8 hours after you fall asleep. That's totally awesome. You must be a little younger, maybe, huh? Or you're just really sleep gifted. What's that, Richard? You normally go to sleep around 10 to 11 soul time and wake up around 5 or 6 soul time. So what's that? Like roughly 7-8 hours right there. Used to be a past midnight person. Yeah, me too. Us too here. Hitting the clubs and lounge bars. Totally know what that's like, Now you're definitely a morning person. Yeah, this is the most morning person I've been. It's kind of nice to like wake up around 8, because back before, when I was more of a night person, you get woken up all the time at 8. Like dumb neighbors making a bunch of noise at 8, the trash man or the gardener outside at 8:30, or the next door neighbor having their handyman or contractor start working at 8 o'clock. Like I just went to bed at 2:30 working on a song, So I'm kind of glad I wake up a little earlier now, so when that noise starts happening, and it happens a lot, I'll at least all right, I got 7.5, 8 hours of sleep, I should be all right. What is our band called? Let's see if I got anything up here for you. Let's see, we go under 2 names. One is, let's see, browse web. You got Love Spirals, and you got, let's see. And Love Spirals Downwards. So most of our new stuff, though, if you want to like listen to us on like Spotify or Apple Music, look up under Love Spirals Downwards. Like most of the songs that we've been releasing for the past like 3 years, and I've been around since the 90s, but most of the stuff we've been releasing for the past 3 years will be on the Love Spirals Downwards feed. So just Google that, Love Spirals Downwards. But we also have stuff on Love Spirals as well. Kind of go between the 2 band names. But yeah, we're kind of a big deal in certain subgenres and stuff like that. But yeah, check it out. Let's see. What's that, Uncle? Your parents got you a cheap guitar at a garage sale. The strings are about a ½ inch above the neck. Yeah, very unplayable. And you had to press hard to play a note. They wondered why you never played it. Oh, yeah, you needed that guitar to be set up properly. That's something that most people don't fully realize when you get a guitar. Some are already set up all right. They come from the factory already kind of set up well. Many are not. Even though I got some nice ones, I'll go get them worked on at one of my local places here. By some competent luthiers. Anyway, yeah, guitars need to be set up in order to be properly played. Once you get it set up, it could last for the rest of the life of the guitar. It could last a few years. You never know. But yeah, you got to get your guitar set up. Oh, Luciano, did my Streamlabs bot get you there? I'm sorry. I apologize. It happens. I know you're not spamming, but yeah, I set it up so if you type in an all caps comment, I do that just because often when the trolls come, and we haven't had too many trolls lately, usually when trolls come, one of their things is they like to type in all caps. I don't know why. I think they just think they're more loud and shouty if they type in all caps. So that's just one of the filters I have set up. So I apologize that some of you cool people who aren't trying to do that get caught up in that. Oh, you pulled it off, late model. I don't know how you did it, and Luciano couldn't do it. Oh, Heidi, when you had cancer and you didn't know it was going to sleep at like 5, you were going to sleep early then. I can imagine. You're saying you're exhausted from treatment, or you didn't know. Oh, I see. You're saying before you knew you were fatigued. Was that like a symptom, a sign? Maybe you're protected, late model. I have no idea how you're getting away with it. I have no clue. I set up the filter and it's just up to the computer. Oh man, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Heidi, having cancer. I'm so glad you're here and with us, but I'm sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, Peter, you're a moderator, so I think you can do pretty much anything. Like you paste links, you can do anything. Being vegan rocks, and you got away with the all caps. I'm not sure. Maybe, I'm noticing you guys that are getting away with all caps, you do have something in common in that you guys are channel members, which Luciano is not. So maybe channel members. I guess maybe the Streamlabs figures, hey, if they're paying channel member, they're not trolling. They're cool. So I guess the rules probably don't apply to you guys. That's the only thing that makes any sense. So I'll try to remember to fact check that, but that's my hypothesis. Yeah, Luciano, and sometimes you don't even have to adjust the truss rod. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting a little screwdriver or whatever and making some adjustments at the bridge, either raising the bridge itself up or down, or just the individual, what are these things called? I forgot. The little bits here. God, what are these called now? The saddles on the bridge. So, yeah. What sucks about a lot of these vintage style guitars is there's no truss rod adjustment up here. There's that little brown thing, but that's not a hole. A lot of modern guitars where that little brown thing, it's a hole where you can like stick the wrench and adjust the truss rod. For a vintage style guitar like this, the way to adjust the truss rod, it's a pain in the ass. You have to unscrew the neck, and the truss rod is actually right here, right there at the bottom of the neck. So the only way to adjust it is to take the neck off, which I don't want to do. I'll just screw around with the bridge as long as I can. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll take it to my luthiers and say, hey, give me a really good setup here. And anyway, that's why I don't do truss rod adjustments. Most of my Fenders are vintage style ones. My Strat, my Tele, they're all like that. So anyway, hey Richard, we're about to get going too. Yeah, we do this. We started about 2 hours ago, and we go about 2 hours, so we're just about there. So good to see you, Richard, and come back every time, whatever time it is right now. Subtract 1 hour and 50 minutes, and that's when we start. I know it's probably already Saturday for you out there, but this is when we do it. Whatever time it is for you in the world, subtract an hour and 52 minutes. We do this every Friday night or Saturday morning, depending where you're at. So come back anytime. We'd love to have you back, and especially if you're from South Korea. Our first live stream person from South Korea that I can remember in a heck of a long time at least. So good seeing you. In fact, let's call it a night, guys. We're so close. I see I started an hour. And I started this live stream an hour and 54 minutes and 40 seconds ago. So let's call this one a night. I had a really great time with you guys. No trolls, all just good vibes, chill people, and you're the kind of people I enjoy and look forward to spending my Friday nights with. And hopefully you guys look kind of forward to Friday nights in the way that I do as well. And again, thank you so much for this just super generous super chat tips tonight, Late Model and AJ. Appreciate it so much. And did I get another one from Carmichael. His is more of a joke. How can it be okay being so morally deficient? But thank you everyone for not only super chat tips, just being here, watching our content, appreciating our content, appreciating what we're doing, because I appreciate you guys. So thanks so much, and thanks so much, Peter and Uncle, for being here, covering my back, having my back in case we have any bad types, bigots coming to mess up our chill vibes here in our safe space. So thank you guys. I can't express my gratitude enough for all of you. All our viewers, super chat people, channel members, non-channel members, you guys are all cool in my mind. So thank you so much. I just really like being with you. So yeah, again, next week, I am not too confident that I'll get a video out. Not that I don't have the time or desire, just it's just no point. It's going to be Christmas Eve. And then we got New Year. I got to make one video. Maybe I'll get it out in between. I'll try to make one maybe for not next week, but for that Monday or Tuesday right before New Year's Eve. I'll try to get one more out before the end of the year. Glad I think of this too right now. But I'll be back Friday live stream, no problems. It's after Christmas, not on the same day. It's not on New Year's Day or anything like that. So it should be all good. So that's kind of the plan. So yeah, probably no video next week, but I'll get one out for the week of the early part of the week of New Year's Eve. That's what it's called. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Have a happy, safe holidays. Keep your spirits up. And just check in with a friend or acquaintance if you want to, if you're sad right now, it's just good to talk to another human being and know, you're not alone. We're all in this together. So yeah, stay safe through the holidays, and everyone else have a great holidays. If the holidays are a great time for you, festive time, a lot of cheer, have a great time, enjoy it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you soon. And remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys. Peace out.